Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peace and today's video is all about how to start an e-commerce or product business all from scratch. I'm just going to be going over all the steps you need to take from when you get the idea that you want to start an e-commerce business all up until you launch. So the first step is deciding exactly which e-commerce business model you want to use. There are a lot. So you could do private labeling, you could do wholesaling, you could do Amazon FBA, you could do manufacturing, you could do print on demand, drop shipping. There are so many different ones. I would say do this step before you actually decide which product you want to sell. I think you should do this upfront because it really depends on how much money you have to invest, how much kind of like control you want to have over every aspect of the product and supply chain. If you have less to invest upfront and you're kind of just wanting to start this business to maybe prove the concept or to generate some side income, then I would say use something like drop shipping or print on demand because it doesn't require as big of a budget. Whereas if you have like a really strong brand that you think you want to build one day and you want to have lots of control over every element of the product and the packaging and things like that, then you might want to, and if you have the money to invest, then you might want to look into private labeling or manufacturing, which is what I do. You have to really base it on your current situation and also your strengths and weaknesses and what you're actually trying to create. All these different e-commerce models, I go into it in a bit more detail in my first ever video actually, which is a bit but yeah, I go into a bit more detail about some of the resources you can use to find suppliers or vendors or manufacturers for these different business models, so definitely check that video out. The second step you want to take is deciding which product you want to sell. My favorite way is actually using your own experiences because I feel like that's when you find a brand that you're really passionate about. But you can also just do things like researching on Amazon as to what is already selling. You can look at the Facebook ad library to see what people are running ads towards. Another way you can actually go about thinking of a product, which is very, very underrated, is actually thinking of a target market and then reverse engineering that into a product idea. So if you say, okay, I want to start an e-commerce business and serve new mums, or I want to start an e-commerce business and serve students that have just got to university, and think about, okay, a student that's just got to university, what products do you think that they need? What products are missing in the market? What are some of the pain points that you're seeing being searched for? Again, it can be a really good idea at building a brand of someone that you're really passionate about. If you have a group of people that you're passionate about serving and helping, then you can think about, okay, how can I help them? How can I think of a product that will help their needs? First step is actually, this is the stage when you actually determine whether this idea is viable. So you want to look at the pricing. How much money do you have? How much money do you want to sell it for? How much money does it cost to get all the supplies? Will this work? Can I find a supplier that is able to do all these different changes? You also want to go and find your target audience and ask them what they think about this idea. Is it something that they would buy? How would they improve it? What is it? How does it help them with their current problems and needs? You want to get that sort of research at this stage. And you also as well want to think about, how can I also make my product stand out? I will link to a video I did about how to find your USP. I think this is a really important thing to try and establish from the very, very get-go, because there's so much competition out there. There's still room for everyone, more than enough to go around, but there's just a lot of competition in every industry, so you definitely want to start looking into how you can stand out. Fourth step is to kind of legalize everything, make everything official. So you want to register your company. I'm going to leave a link to that video as well of the different business structures you can choose in the UK. It will obviously depend on what country you are, what state you're in, that will vary, but for the UK I've got a video on that. You'd also want to decide on a company name and searching for the domain availability for that name. You'd want to buy the domain as well at this stage. You also want to start developing your brand kit, like your colours, your fonts, your logo, all those important things that really establishes you as your own business. The fifth stage is building your website. In e-commerce, this is your shop, this is your everything, this is your portfolio. So I would definitely recommend using Shopify. I'm going to leave a link to the video I did explaining why compared to some of the other common e-commerce options that are cheaper but not as powerful in my opinion. There are going to be a lot of links in this video, as you probably noticed, and you really want to make sure that this website is as powerful as possible, because what you do want is for as many people that come on this website as possible to convert into actual buyers, as opposed to just people coming around and browsing. So I will also leave a link to a video I did about conversion rate optimization. This is such an underrated metric. Everyone's just looking at the revenue, but no, you also want to make sure that you're getting the most out of the opportunities you have to make the revenue. So I will leave a link to that. With the website, you're obviously going to want to make sure you have good photos, good videos, good copywriting, all of that good stuff, and you're going to want to make sure the layout is good and all of that. But if you are using a marketplace like Etsy, eBay, Amazon, then you won't have to build out the whole thing, but you will have to go even extra ham on your pictures and your videos and your copywriting, because that's literally all you have. At least with a website, you can have an about page, you can have interactive quizzes and things and this and that, and videos and about the founder and about us and brand story. But when it's a marketplace, it's the pictures and the copywriting. If you do not know the power of copywriting, which I think a lot of people don't, copywriting is the practice of using words to sell. And I think until you actually understand it as a practice, you won't even realize that copywriting has been what has caused you to buy so many things in the past. Really take the time to learn about the art of copywriting, even if it's just a little bit. So when you get this skill, you'll be able to write better emails, you'll be able to write better product descriptions, better descriptions on your website in general, better like captions for social media posts. Your final step is deciding on your launch strategy and your marketing strategy moving forward. So what you want to do at this stage is build awareness, anticipation, excitement, hype, all of that good stuff. You want to start collecting email addresses, you want to start building a presence online. I'm also going to leave a link, surprise, surprise, to a video I did about launch strategies for new businesses, where I go a lot more into depth as to some of the strategies you can use. And you would also want to decide which platforms you're going to focus on moving forward. You really don't want to spread yourself thin. It's good to have a mixture of different platforms. So you would want to have a platform where people can consume short content. So like Instagram, TikTok doesn't take up too much time. And if possible, you might want to combine that with a longer form of content marketing. So that could be blogs, it could be YouTube, it could be podcasting, it could be whatever you want. That's a good rule of thumb. Again, I will leave a link to a video I did about social media marketing. Those are all my steps. It was absolutely whizzed through. Definitely check out all the other videos that I've linked to, because then it'll go a lot more into depth as to actual strategies and how you can actually implement these different steps. I really hope you did find that useful. Check out the description box for more useful links. And of course, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.